Hello, gents. Sigma males often get mistaken for being shy or not knowing much, but the truth is they actually prefer flying under the radar. It's not that they're shy, they just prefer to keep a low profile. These guys are anything but clueless. They're quiet because they're busy taking in everything around them. While they may seem like wallflowers, Sigma men are actually formidable opponents you don't want to mess with. Sure, they might not be the loudest or the strongest, but their sharp minds and strategic thinking are their secret weapons. They're like chess players, always thinking several moves ahead. What makes them truly dangerous is their unpredictability. You never quite know what they're thinking or what their next move will be, which keeps everyone on their toes. They're not out to cause trouble, but if you push them too far, watch out. They can pack a serious punch. Sigma males follow their own path, setting their own rhythm, refusing to conform to society's norms. They're not ones to follow the crowd. Instead, they carve their own path and live by their own rules. And even though they might seem calm on the surface, there are 9 solid reasons why you shouldn't underestimate just how risky they can be. I encourage you to watch until the end for a deeper understanding and perspective, and please consider showing your appreciation by liking and subscribing to Gents Grove. I appreciate your support. Let's begin. Number 1. Their unpredictability might leave you feeling confused and unsettled. Their unpredictability is like walking a tightrope without a safety net. You're constantly on edge, never knowing what to expect next. It's a unique feeling, one that can leave you feeling unsettled and nervous, especially if you've rubbed a Sigma male the wrong way. Sigma men have a knack for keeping you guessing, and that uncertainty can mess with your head. You might think you're in control of the situation because they're not loud or aggressive, but that's exactly what makes them so dangerous. They're masters at hiding their true intentions, leaving you second-guessing every move. It's like playing a game of poker where your opponent knows your hand, but you're clueless about theirs. And when you push someone who's known for being unpredictable, the outcome can be even more surprising. Simple conversations can feel like tiptoeing through a minefield, never knowing when things might blow up in your face. In the end, their unpredictability can be seriously risky, especially when you find yourself at odds with a Sigma male. You never know how they'll react, and even the simplest interactions can feel like navigating a minefield. Number 2. Their danger lies dormant like a sleeping volcano, much of it concealed beneath the surface. The danger that Sigma males harbor is like a dormant volcano, quietly simmering beneath the surface, ready to erupt at any moment. People often underestimate them because they don't fit the mold of what society expects strength to look like. They're quiet, reserved, and often misunderstood. On the surface, Sigma men may seem aloof and disinterested, but beneath that exterior lies a complex inner world. They're constantly analyzing, strategizing, and planning their next move. It's this hidden depth that surprises those who try to get to know them better. But make no mistake, Sigma men possess a strength that runs deep. They don't flaunt it like alpha males do. Instead, they keep it concealed until the moment calls for it. When pushed to their limits, they can unleash a power that's both surprising and formidable. Unlike alpha males who wear their strength like a badge of honor, Sigma males keep theirs hidden, revealing it only when absolutely necessary. This air of mystery and unpredictability can make them dangerous adversaries if provoked beyond their limits. In many ways, they're like a ticking time bomb, quietly waiting for the right moment to unleash their full force. It's this element of surprise that makes them so difficult to predict and potentially hazardous if pushed too far. So tread lightly because you never know when a Sigma male might decide to show his true strength. Number 3. They conceal themselves in the darkness, silently observing everything you do. Sigma males are like shadows in the night, quietly blending into the background while observing everything with keen eyes. They're not ones to seek the spotlight or crave attention, but don't be fooled. They're paying attention to every detail. Their introverted nature allows them to move through life unnoticed, silently watching and analyzing without drawing any unnecessary attention. It's like they're playing a game of chess, seeing all your moves while keeping their own hidden from view. Because they're so adept at flying under the radar, it's hard for others to predict their next move or gauge whether they pose a threat. Those who are aware of Sigma males prefer to have them as allies rather than enemies. After all, they're invaluable allies who can spot danger from miles away, thanks to their ability to notice even the smallest details. But beware, crossing a Sigma male can have serious consequences. They're patient and calculating, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. You might not even realize you've upset them until it's too late. They observe, they wait, and they plan their actions meticulously, making them someone you definitely don't want to mess with. Number 4. They're constantly pondering and devising plans. Sigma men may seem relaxed on the surface, but their minds are always in motion, constantly pondering and devising plans for the future. They're not the type to rush into things or make impulsive decisions. Every move they make is carefully calculated and thought out. This strategic approach to life makes them formidable opponents. They don't easily make mistakes because they're always thinking ahead, anticipating every possible outcome. Their ability to plan and strategize makes it difficult for others to outsmart them or catch them off guard. What sets Sigma males apart is their lack of ego-driven motives. They're not seeking attention or power for its own sake. Instead, their plans are driven by a genuine desire to succeed and achieve their goals. This focus on success rather than ego gives their plans a clarity and precision that is often unexpected from someone who appears laid back. Sigma males possess a strong intuition and a knack for seeing the big picture clearly. While they may not be physically active or constantly on the move, their minds are always working, analyzing and strategizing. It's this combination of laid-back demeanor and sharp intellect that makes them such formidable opponents and allies in any situation. Number 5. They're difficult to comprehend, making it challenging to discern their true capabilities. These individuals are like enigmas shrouded in mystery, making it a daunting task for others to unravel their true capabilities. Their natural aura is so elusive and inscrutable that it adds an air of intrigue and allure to their persona, drawing people in while simultaneously keeping them at arm's length. Trying to understand them is akin to deciphering a blank canvas. It's up to you to discern the hidden depths beneath the surface. But beware, because they're masters at concealing their true thoughts and emotions. They hold their cards close to their chest, making it challenging for even the most astute observers to read their intentions. Their uncanny ability to control their emotions and mask their desires makes them a puzzle waiting to be solved. Even if you pride yourself on being adept at understanding people, unraveling the mysteries of these individuals can prove to be an arduous task. The uncertainty of not being able to grasp their true nature can breed unease and apprehension. It's like navigating through a foggy landscape, where every step forward feels uncertain and fraught with ambiguity. How can you prepare for what's to come when you're left in the dark about their intentions? As the saying goes, it's not the person you know who poses the greatest challenge, it's the one you don't. And when faced with individuals who are as enigmatic as they are, navigating the unknown becomes a thrilling yet unnerving endeavor. Number 6. While they might appear pleasant, they can also be quite cunning. While Sigma men may come across as affable and charming, there's a cunning side to them that shouldn't be underestimated. Charm, when wielded by the right person, can be a potent force, capable of swaying opinions, winning over hearts, and opening doors to opportunities. However, behind their pleasant facade lies the ability to manipulate situations to their advantage. It's not that Sigma men necessarily use their charm for malicious purposes, but they possess a knack for manipulation when the need arises. Whether it's to protect themselves or achieve their goals, they're adept at subtly influencing others without them even realizing it. This makes it difficult to detect their influence, and therein lies the danger. Engaging in their manipulation game is like dancing with fire, thrilling yet perilous. You may find yourself unwittingly doing their bidding, unaware of their subtle machinations. Manipulating someone's emotions and thoughts is never ethical, but it becomes even more insidious when it's done by someone who is intelligent and enigmatic. Sigma men are formidable opponents precisely because of their ability to operate in the shadows, pulling the strings without leaving a trace. You may think you're in control of the situation, but in reality, you could be merely playing into their hands. It's a precarious position to be in, one where you might not realize you're being manipulated until it's too late. So proceed with caution when dealing with these charming, yet cunning individuals, for the line between friend and foe can blur in their presence. Number 7. If you push them hard enough, they'll do whatever it takes to come out on top. While Sigma men typically shy away from confrontation and aggression, there comes a point where even the most reserved individuals have their breaking point. Just like poking a bear with a stick, if you persistently irritate them beyond their limits, they will eventually retaliate. These individuals are not to be underestimated when provoked. Despite their calm demeanor, Sigma men possess quick thinking and unpredictable reactions that can catch others off guard. They don't back away from conflict. Instead, they handle it in their own unique way. If you ignore their warnings and continue to push their buttons, be prepared to face the consequences. Dealing with a Sigma man who holds a grudge against you is no walk in the park. They will relentlessly pursue victory, using all their cunning and intellect to come out on top. Facing off against a Sigma man who is determined to win can be a daunting and intimidating prospect. So it's wise to tread carefully and avoid pushing them to their limits, lest you find yourself in a battle you never intended to wage. Number 8. They're always prepared to anticipate what might come next. Some people just seem to have a sixth sense when it comes to foreseeing what's on the horizon. But how do they do it? Well, it's all about their ability to anticipate, and Sigma men have it down to an art form. They're like fortune tellers, always a step ahead, thanks to a combination of their past experiences and lightning-fast thinking. Sigma men have a knack for spotting the signs and hints that others might miss, allowing them to prepare and strategize well in advance. It's as if they have a crystal ball that lets them see trouble coming from miles away, giving them an almost invincible air. This extraordinary ability isn't something you can learn in a textbook. It's a talent that's ingrained in their very being. It's like a reflex or instinct that they've honed over time, becoming second nature to them. And let me tell you, it makes them a force to be reckoned with. Their quick processing speed gives them a significant advantage over their opponents. They can size up a situation in the blink of an eye, leaving others scratching their heads in confusion. It's no wonder people often wonder how they do it, including the Sigma men themselves. This keen sense of anticipation also makes them incredibly difficult to manipulate. They can see through people's actions and schemes, leaving would-be manipulators frustrated and outsmarted at every turn. So if you ever find yourself facing off against a Sigma man, be prepared for a challenge, because they've already got you beat before you even realize it. Number 9. They're comparable to icebergs. What you see at first glance is just the tip, with much more lying beneath the surface. Sigma males are like icebergs. What you see above the surface is just a fraction of what lies beneath. It's a lesson that holds particularly true for them. It's easy to make snap judgments about Sigma men based on their outward appearance or initial interactions. They might come across as reserved or unassuming, leading some to assume they're easily swayed or lacking in depth. But those who make that mistake soon realize they've underestimated the Sigma. These individuals are anything but one-dimensional. They have layers upon layers to their personality, each one waiting to be uncovered. While they may appear quiet or distant at first, it's not because they're disinterested or clueless. Instead, they're carefully observing and analyzing their surroundings, taking it all in before making their move. Their silence shouldn't be mistaken for ignorance. In fact, it often conceals a wealth of knowledge and skill just waiting to be revealed. Sigma males operate on their own terms, preferring to watch and strategize rather than diving headfirst into the fray. This measured approach can sometimes be misconstrued as aloofness, but in reality, it's a calculated decision. They're not ones to rush into anything without careful consideration first. So, before you rush to judgment about a Sigma male, take a moment to look beneath the surface. You might be surprised by the depth and complexity that lies beneath their quiet exterior. Let us know your thoughts in the comment section. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for your support.